The Blue Island man accused of kidnapping and strangling 10-year-old Destiny Huggins to death in Rockford last month enters a plea of not guilty in a Winnebago County courtroom Tuesday.
23 News reporter Jim Haggerty was in the courtroom and also spoke to Rockford residents who say they're still shaken by the 10-year-old's death.
Before Judge Randy Wilt accepted Antonio Monroe's plea, he appointed the Winnebago County Public Defender's Office to represent him. And while Monroe's guilt or innocence will play out in Wilt's courtroom, Destiny's family and friends say they're not looking forward to attending upcoming hearings or the pain of a trial.
We're really hoping that he'll plead guilty.
10-year-old Destiny Huggins' family and friends were hoping the man accused of killing her in broad daylight last month would take responsibility for the crime in open court. However, that's not what happened Tuesday. Through his attorney, public defender Nick Zimmerman, 44-year-old Antonio Monroe did the opposite. Family friend Whitney Rouse says coming to Monroe's hearings is the last thing anyone wants to do.
It's hard for mom and family to sit through the trial. I don't think many of them have made it or want to make it.
Monroe is accused of kidnapping Destiny Huggins and her 6-year-old sister on July 8th and attacking both girls. The 6-year-old escaped and ran home. Destiny was strangled to death, something Rouse says still horrifies her.
It's still hard for me to process. I will say it's been an eye-opener for me and my children and my family. I think a lot of us, I think it's made a big impact as far as families knowing how serious this is and keeping their kids at a safe distance, knowing where your children are at all times.
Even those who didn't know Destiny Huggins say, regardless of whether Antonio Monroe is ultimately found guilty, the random killing of a 10-year-old girl while she was outside playing in the summer sun is unacceptable in a civilized society.
She was a beautiful young girl. She had her whole life ahead of her. She deserves to have justice.
In addition to 2 counts of first-degree murder, Antonio Monroe is charged with 2 counts of kidnapping and 2 counts of aggravated battery. He's due back in court in September.
Monroe is also a registered sex offender and a person of interest in the death of a woman found dead in Schaumburg, and that was inside a motel room there on July 5th.